was invited to give this presentation by the organizers, and they were very interested in how you partner in rare diseases. With 30 million Americans suffering from a rare disease, and then when you break that down, maybe only 200 or 300 individuals have one of those rare diseases, it's very difficult to sort of really understand how do you develop treatment, how do you create a network so these patients can connect, a network where the physicians can talk to other physicians or other researchers that may be familiar with these diseases. So that's part of what we've been building at Sanford, is that network through our registry and natural history studies. So I'll be talking a little bit about how that facilitates really, the rare disease community. And then the second thing is that I currently serve as the Vice Chair for the International Rare Disease Research Consortium. So a number of years ago, many funding bodies across the world decided to form an assembly where they would discuss the types of work that they were funding, whether it's the National Institute of Health, whether it's the funding agencies from the European Union or the Canadian Institutes of Health. What were they funding and what are they interested in? And then to discuss that type of direction of rare disease research, to partner together and maybe even avoid some duplication of efforts, but certainly the collaboration and sharing of information. And that's facilitated a program that's supported by the European Union now, where this body, we put together what we call task forces. So we identify specific issues that need to be addressed in rare diseases. And then we identify individuals that we essentially sequester first through a series of phone calls and then a one-on-one meeting to put together positional papers or publications to help us understand problems. So, for example, how do you do clinical trials in small populations such as rare diseases? How do you do research in indigenous populations, for example, that may have rare diseases? How do you measure the economic impact of the poor diagnosis of rare diseases? And so each of these task forces, and there are many more, help really sort of strive to educate the community and also provide a resource for those coming into the field. The world is getting smaller. I think the fact that there's a community across the world that's really trying to address and partner provides more hope for individuals with rare diseases. There's far too many rare diseases that are currently underdiagnosed and underdiagnosed, and there's too many rare diseases that simply don't have a treatment. So the fact that we have a body that's really trying to partner across the globe to really expedite these treatments and developments and research, I think is something that we should be proud of. I think, of course, like with all research, more funding from the regulatory bodies and funding agencies is probably something that would help more.